Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the next zip code. Today we're going to be doing a little tabletop review on my custom 338 Lapua. This gun has not been shot a lot. I have not done any load development for it. What I have shot out of the gun are loads that were developed for my Savage 110 and 338 Lapua. I always resize my brass and so it fit well, and it grouped all right with this gun, but I'm looking forward to actually developing a load for this specific rifle. The stock that the rifle is in is a Manners PRS1T. The T is for the thumb rest that is right here on the grip, so you can rest your thumb as you grip the rifle. It's a nice spot, nice little shelf. So we have that. It has the mini chassis in the stock, and I just love these Manners stocks. It's a carbon shell, and they're very, very solid, very rigid, and just something that I like the feeling of when shooting. So the action is a Defiance Deviant tactical. I had them build in the 30 MOA scope rail into the action. I have a few of these Deviant tactical actions in the short actions, and this is my only one in the long action, and I just have no complaints of these actions whatsoever. They are so precise, just perfect actions as far as I'm concerned for what I do with shooting. The trigger that is in this rifle is the TriggerTech Diamond trigger. I have it set at 8 ounces, so it doesn't take a lot for the time between your brain saying go and your finger actually delivering that message to this trigger for it to send that bullet on its way to the target. So I like that about this kind of a gun. When I'm shooting long range, I want that communication between my finger and my mind to be very, very precise and close. Moving forward, I have a bipod. It's the Atlas bipod. I have a couple of these bipods. This is the PSR model, and I can find no fault with it. I like it a lot, and so I switched this back and forth between this rifle and other rifles, and I have another one with the Arca rail attachment that I run on my Arca rail guns, and I just very solid. I can't say enough about them. So that's my Atlas bipod. The barrel on this rifle is Hawkhill. I think it's a 1 in 9 twist, and it is 28 inches long. Great barrel manufacturer. It is Hawkhill. They are about 25 minutes from me in Verona, Virginia, and I as many as rifles as that I can, I put their barrels on my guns because they have such a great reputation for producing extremely accurate barrels, and I have not been disappointed with one of their barrels. I have probably 6 or 7 of their barrels, and they will all shoot better than I will. I've shot some amazing groups with my 6.5x47 Lapua. I have a video that it's a little bit over 2 inches, I think 2.5 inches at 600 yards, where I put 5 shots into a group. So very, very high tolerance, great barrel. Moving forward on the barrel, we have the Thunderbeast 338 Ultra suppressor, and if any of you have shot a 338 Lapua without suppression, you understand just how loud and thunderous this cartridge is when there's no suppression, especially when you have a muzzle brake. Now, what Thunderbeast has here is it has a muzzle brake that the suppressor then can thread right over top of. And it's just amazing when you can shoot this cartridge without ear protection and be completely comfortable. And it's just amazing that the suppressor does such a good job at quieting down this this cartridge. So I love Thunderbeast. I have a couple of these suppressors, and I'm just kind of a loyal customer. If I buy another suppressor, it'll be a Thunderbeast. On top, I have the Nightforce ATACR. This is the 7x35x56 model. It has the Mill XT reticle in it, and it's just a great scope, very clear, very positive with the adjustments. I have no fault with this scope at all. I have, as you may know if you watch my other videos, I have quite a few Vortex. I like Vortex a lot. I have another ATACR, which is a 5x25, and you know, I just can't fault either the high-end Vortex or the Nightforce. If you're going to be doing any kind of precision shooting, I have confidence in both of them. Can't really say from my own experience what one is better. They all have worked adequately for me. I also run the Vortex scope level that mounts on the scope itself. For most of my rifles, and this is no exception, that I have it on this, and I'm just used to it. Any variation, I'm sure, is just fine as long as it does the job. And I have enjoyed using these Vortex for scope levels on a lot of my guns. So there's the wrap up of this rifle. So now we'll show you some video footage from this last week of some shooting I did out at a friend's property. The gentleman is very kind and allows me to come out with my rifles and shoot distance. One thing to note, which is pretty interesting, is in Vermont, when I used to shoot on my own property and my neighbor's property, I was shooting into the next zip code, and hence part of the reason why I have named the channel Next Zip Code. What's interesting about these shots as well on this property that I'm shooting at here in Virginia is that it is also shooting into the next zip code. So it is kind of unique, I know, to a lot of shooting videos. Not necessarily they are shooting into the next zip code, but here in this video and the ones in Vermont, I was and am shooting into the next zip code. So it kind of goes along with the flavor, so to speak, of my channel name. So I hope you enjoy the remaining video, taking out a 2-liter and shooting at a gallon jug. We'll see what I can develop this gun into as far as getting the rounds, cartridges developed, and get some more rounds down the barrel. But hope you enjoy the preceding shots.
just shooting the Burger 300 grain hybrids, but I also have some Hornady A-tip 300 grain as well that I'm going to try out. Again, they are the same specs as what is set up for the Savage. So we'll just see what's the difference. I'm going to start out with the Burger just because that's what I'm used to, and we'll go from there. So I've got a 2-liter out at the 1,048 yard target. On the reticle in the spotting scope to the target, that is an MOA reticle, so you should be able to do your judging with that for distance if you want to do the math. The target itself is a 30 by 30 inch piece of steel, so if you do the math, you'll be able to come up with, we should be coming up with 1,048 or there close by for your target distance if you range it with the reticle in that scope. This is a mil scope, so I'm going to be shooting with that measurement in the Nightforce scope. So I'm always interested to see what cold bore shot will do, and this is seriously a cold bore shot. But sun feels great. So let's see. I've already dialed my holdover to 8.4 mils in elevation for this shot. We have a very light breeze that's coming from my, you know, basically my 3 o'clock. Yeah, but it's very slight. It's not much. So we should be able to get a good idea of what this gun is capable of today at distance without a lot of wind, you know, messing around with us. So let's see here. We should be able to get on target fairly soon. I've got a 2-liter. That is down there. I always like the cold bore shot. You know, what if this is a coyote? What if this was a deer? Would I take this shot at this range? A coyote, yes, but I would not. Probably, I'd want to get closer for a deer. But we'll see. You know, if I can do this 10 out of 10 cold bore shots on different days, variations where you're hitting within an 8-inch area, well, then I may change my tune, but not that confident. So let's go and see what cold bore shot would be here today on the 2-liter. Alright, so I believe I hit low. That would have completely missed a deer. Would have been running off. Let's come up. There's a lot of mirage. Hoping you can see that in the scope, the spotting scope. So I believe I did hit low with the first shot. Yeah, and to the right. So I'm not going to hold really much wind. In fact, I should have come up. Let me measure that. I'm going to come up a 1/2 mil. Because that would be, no. Alright, I came up 4/10 of a mil. Think that might be closer. Alright, So we're gonna try it again. Whoa. That was way high for some reason. That was odd. Must be I'm seeing the wrong mark. So that was the wrong. Not doing too good. So I must be not seeing the right spot. Let me try this again. Maybe I went high. Surprised I'm not seeing the mark more on the target. Okay. Gonna drive it back down to where it was and see what happens. Boy, that hit dirt. Might have this all messed up. That's the problem with having this, I think, turned up too much. For power, let's see here, let's go with this. All right. There's a solid hit. But the previous were going high. Let's see here. I'm not doing very good at finding where I was. That is where I was. Hold a little wind. Okay, that was pretty close. Starting to be able to figure it out. So I'm at 8 2/10 for my wind. That one just missed it. That one was just above it. Just above the the 2 liter. Looked like good wind. So let's see here. There, I hit the side of it. All right. So once I got on, figured out where it was going, what I was doing is I think I was going high at first. I was never getting that slap back. Never getting that sound back. Let's see. Still a little bit in the bottom of that 2 liter. I'll see if I can get close again. Swinging all over now, so the 2 liter is what's remaining in it. real close. Okay, so that was my 11th shot of finding it. I wasn't able to spot those first. I was missing. I saw some dirt fly, and that was my fault. That was my fault for not being able to spot my misses. Let's see here. I'm still going after that bottom half. Let's see what we can do here. Boy, there's a lot of mirage coming off my suppressor. All right, I believe I need just a little bit more wind. The wind is starting to die down even more. All right, that's a... Okay. Gotta let everything cool down. I've got so much mirage I can hardly see. So I'm gonna let it cool down for just a minute. All right. They seem to hit the target, but I think they may have been that may be higher than the burgers. I'm gonna try another one. Drop my which means the BC may be better. We will see. Well, I don't see where that one hit. That's the problem, there's a shadow on the target. We'll try it again. I think it is in that shadow. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, that was high. Odd. Maybe I've been going high, I can't see where I'm hitting. Very hard time spotting today for myself. Usually I'm not having this much trouble, but really no excuse. I'm doing a sad job at it, at spotting my impacts or misses. Huh. What if I'm just going high? That is very interesting. I am having a very hard time spotting the splatter from these A-tips. Very hard for me to see it. I hit the gong, but I can't tell where. Well, that was better. Finally, I have a mark to go by. I don't know why I didn't have a mark. The other ones weren't marking very well. Right above it. Get right next to it again. Well, close as they say, but I still need to come down. I've dropped about an entire mil from the burgers. Not quite, half a mil. Close, but not close enough. Close, but not close enough. I'm holding about a half mil of wind. believe I hit to the, that one stuck for a little bit on the chamber. Primer looks good though. Alright, so I'm still going a little high. Still a little high. And according to that, let's see here. Go like this. See what this does again. Bolt's sticking a little bit, but everything looks perfect. Bolt's sticking, but everything looks good. Alright. Here we go. For whatever reason, that one was straight below it. Straight below it. That was odd. There's powder in there. Let's try that again. Bad primer. Huh. That was odd. Light primer strike, I guess. Don't know why that happened. Now maybe I'm going hot low, but I think it's because my barrel is so hot now. My barrel is quite warmed up. Yep. Well, I dropped it right off. Not sure if I hit it or not, or if I just cut the wire. Might have just cut the wire that it was hanging on to. I'm gonna go for the small 2/3 zip stick. Wind is changing out there a little bit. Well, looks about the same. Right here I can feel it less. There's like nothing right now. That one went high. Right over top the 2/3 zip stick. That's odd. Okay. Huh. I think that one needed a little more wind. There we go. Wasn't holding the amount of wind. The wind had dropped down and then it picked up out there. So, all right, guys. Well, I didn't have the greatest day out here, but I know that the rifle has a lot of potential if the guy behind the trigger was doing anything that made sense. So, yeah, the paint job on this gun is partly Manners and partly my own. It had the orange kind of color is what I ordered it with, and I ended up not liking it so much, so I kind of did the gray color just with a paintbrush. So that's how it's turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of this, and we'll see you again next time. Remember, guys, to be safe and don't jerk the trigger. See you next time.